beautiful souls. This is another Krishna Priya Tarot Love #7. I think it's #7. I think it is. So this is impossible not to know what it is. So I'm excited, and I have been excited, and I've held off on unboxing this one for I don't know why. Today feels like the day. Today is my son's birthday. We've just been out at a fair full of children, and it's joyous, and I've come back and I feel really alive and exuberant on the inside, and so I thought today would be the day to unbox the Lumina Tarot by Inner Hue. So exciting. Oh my gosh. My family are around in the background, so you'll hear some residual childish noises, and that's it. They're part of the environment. They're part of the experience right now. So this is the beautiful packaging. So this is how it came. It came with this beautiful packaging. It came with the book. The book in itself is, it's just a beautiful book. It's 187 pages. It comes with a thank you card, a hello and thank you card. It's just a beautiful thing. It says here, Lumina has reached you for a reason. It feels unbelievably good to be sharing the magic and power of this deck with you. Stop for a moment and feel her swagger. Her cosmic size and natural power and beauty. May Lumina speak to you in ways that reveal just how grand you are. May she support you in trusting your own divinity and connection. And may new universes open up to you. Thank you for walking the adventure together. Chaos is erupting in the background. So that's a little packaging, that's a little business. Comes very well wrapped. The birthday boy fell over from the sounds of things. Here is the box. Nice, sturdy, beautiful box. Very lovely, very lovely. Love the pattern, love the pattern. The backing, 78 cards guidebook. That's the beautiful backing. That's the beautiful box. It came wrapped in bubble wrap, so it was nice and secure, and it came wrapped in a few layers of black tissue paper, which I think is a really nice touch. I don't know about you guys, but wrapping a deck, preparing a deck, for packaging it to send it away means the world to me. And when I open up something and I see that it is beautifully wrapped, it's beautifully prepared, then that immediately tells me that the person on the other end has poured a lot of love, a lot of attention, and you know, it's a beautiful experience to receive these packages that are so elaborately wrapped and everything, and it means the world to me, and it makes the experience for me as the buyer or me as the receiver just so much more beautiful, because I get to enjoy both the packaging and then what is inside of that packaging, and the whole experience is just luxuriously beautiful. So that's something that means a lot to me. So you can bet when the time comes for me to publish my deck that the wrapping is going to be well thought out and very beautiful as well. So I've just taken the box lid off. That's the inside. I love the watercolor. I love the watercolor. I personally, myself, I have come to love watercolor. I've come to work with watercolor in my journaling. Watercolor was the way that I went. I could have gone for any other medium, but watercolor was the way that I went. And I have some beautiful Ko watercolors, and I have some beautiful Koi pocket-filled sketch boxes, and, well, box, with 12 beautiful watercolors that are just so pigmented, so vivid, so beautiful. And what I love about the watercolor and what I love about this deck is that it's got this beautiful fluid nature to it, and it feels very intuitive in its own way. Watercolor is just so naturally beautiful. It goes wherever it wants to go, and at first it might look like a mess, but then you get in there and you start really working with it, add a little bit of inky pen and things like that, and the whole image just comes to life in this unbelievably beautiful way, and that's something that I really love. So naturally, when I saw this deck, I was just like plus watercolor is very in at the moment as well, so oh my gosh, I'm doing this. I'm just gonna take a moment to just, this is so fucking awesome, guys. Oh my God, let's do this. Cardstock is really good. We're starting off with the King of Pentacles. Well, the unusual thing is that inside the box it hasn't been shrink wrapped, which is fine for me, but it's come face up with the Fool card as the first, rather than usually the deck comes face down and then you get to, but as soon as you take the box lid off, that was the vibe. So the King of Pentacles is rocking my world with its awesomeness right now. Just stunning. This is an entirely black and white card. The Queen of Pentacles, Saucy Minxie. Oh my gosh. She's so tasty. She's so like fit and poised, and the bear sleeps at her feet, and the chair is elaborate, and she's just like, she's solemn, she's poised, and she, in many cases, the thing that I loved most about this card is that she looks more fierce than the bear that is asleep at her feet. The Knight of Pentacles. I love this. I got a good hit from this one. Oh my gosh. So there is a mama and a baby cub. There's an incredibly handsome man standing on top of ice. Beautiful pentacle at its base. Starry night. Background, mountains. There's a strength and earthliness to this, and I'm so glad that there is. I'm so glad that they went with bears. So let's flip it around, because I prefer to start with the Fool. I prefer to start with the Fool, but I had to go for the three. You know what, let's just do the Page of Pentacles. Maiden of Pentacles. Oh, I'm almost speechless. I love this. Look at that. Oh, stunning. That is the right kind of green for me. Beautiful lotus flowers floating around her whimsically. The baby cub with a pentacle on its forehead, on its ajna, you could say. There's a sense of gratitude and gift and awakening and awareness. There's just so much beauty to this card. Oh my gosh. Flipping it over and going for the Fool now. So the Fool, brilliant. I do like it when the Fool appears as a female, just for a change, because most often than not always, I've got, you know, a few decks where the Fool is female, but I just enjoy it. As a woman myself, I just enjoy it. As I'm sure men enjoy the fact that the Fool oftentimes appears as a man. So, nicely colourful, arms outstretched, power pose, adventure, the deer, very Bambi. The Magician is, Jesus Christ, hot. Oh, that's a hot magician. Holy, hang on. Let's just enjoy that tasty image, the hotness of this card. I don't think I've ever looked at the image or the character in a tarot card and thought sexy, but this is sexy. This is sexy. Yes. Yes, everything about it, everything about it. Oh my gosh. The High Priestess. I don't love the High Priestess card. I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it. I get where they're going with this. I get the duality of it all. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just saw the Empress. It just... just saw the Empress. The Empress. Oh. Look at that Empress card. Just stop. Take it in. Look at that exotic bee energy, the palm fronds, the staff that she holds. They're just natural. Oh. I love that they used bee energy here, like the queen bee. You think of the queen bee. The Empress is such a queen in her own right. You know, wildly woman, divinely woman, realistically woman, unabashedly woman. Fertile and gorgeous and emotional and just brilliant in every way. It's one of my favourite cards in the tarot, the Empress. It's the Hierophant. It's the Hierophant. It's the Hierophant. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. This is a Hierophant card. That is a Hierophant card. That's, as of this moment, this is my favourite Hierophant card. My favourite. Bit cool, because I know that there's some beautiful other ones out there. Alright, let us not show you the whole thing. Oh, let's show you the Chariot, because that's badass. Look at that. That stallion energy. Very Epona. Very forward moving. Sort of ecliptic kind of energy. Beautiful, beautiful. Justice is justice. I'm starting to sense a pattern of what I like to call Victoria's Secret models. Men and women, very slender, very beautiful, very elegant, very leggy. It's depicting a fantasy of woman rather than the actuality of woman in her various stages. But I'm in the beginnings, so we will see. The Hermit, I love the Hermit. This is very powerfully feminine. Wheel of Fortune. The Strength card. Hanged Man. Ooh. I just caught a glimpse of Death, and Death looks just gorge. I love the Death card. It's one of my other favourite cards. It's the Devil, the Devil. That is just, that's something else. Oh, I really like this take on the Tower. I like it. I think this deck will read really well. Star is beautiful. Very colourful. The Moon is interesting to me. I would have expected more for the Moon, but I'll hold the Moon and the Sun side by side. And they're obviously going for a particular thing here. So, this is very sacred feminine, this deck, which is something that I hadn't realised. Judgment is stunning. And the World. Is this the Divine Egg? Feather, Lotus. I'd like to read up about the symbolism in this particular one because it's not... There's moth energy there. Yeah, okay, interested. I'm intrigued by this card, and I think it's important to have a few cards in the deck where you don't have an I like, I dislike reaction, but more a, what is that all about? That is so intriguing for me. That's a hook. That's a hook. Ace of Wands. Oops. Let's turn these around. Let's turn these bad boys around. Around, around. These bad boys around. 3 of Wands. 4 of Wands. I love this crystal grid. I love that crystal grid. 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands is badass. Look at that. 7 of Wands. Shut your face. That's beautiful. I'm particularly enjoying the use of colour in this particular deck. And let's just face it, what a deck. No wonder the hype for this one has been big. Oh, 10 of Wands! Beautiful, beautiful. And here we have another Victoria's Secret, Maiden of Wands. This is a sexy deck. I think this is meant to be a sexy deck. Can we just go ahead and say that this is a sexy deck? This is a deck that is geared towards the feminine divine. It has elaborately beautiful depictions of the masculine divine in a model-esque type way. It's a sexy deck with attractive people, like super attractive people. Like, this is my Victoria's Secret deck apparently. King of Wands. Look at that dashing King of Wands. Ooh, I like the Ace of Cups. That's quite cool. Two of Cups is awesome. The Three of Cups. Oh, I really like the Three of Cups. The good thing about the way that I've attacked this unboxing is that now all the cards are officially out of order. Oh, Five of Cups. Stop with your Five of Cupsness. Feel like... Okay. Eight of Cups. Is this like Stairway to Heaven? I like that it's different, but I'm not sure that I love it because the Eight of Cups is one of those cards that I really do enjoy. The Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Eights. I'm born on the 8th of May. I've just had my birthday, guys. I've just had my birthday. And I planned on vlogging for my birthday the entire day, and I started off really strong for that. But guess what? I got so distracted that I forgot to keep vlogging, and I just enjoyed my day, which is awesome. So, oh, look at that. Another really, really skinny Maiden of Cups. King of Cups. Three of Swords. Okay. I don't love that Three of Swords depiction. Three of Swords is another one of those cards that I really, really like. And I'm not super impressed with that Three of Swords. It's beautiful, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, Three of Swords, you know. You know. Five of Swords on the other hand, that's a kind of cool image. It's a little different take. I'm loving the Six of Swords. I'm loving the colour, the Six of Swords. Does it depict a trip? Does it depict travel? Seven of Swords, don't love it. Eight of Swords, interesting. Interesting. The Eight of Swords is interesting. Like I said, I like the eights, so. Nine of, oof. That was beautiful. Maiden of Swords, another legginess. Knight of Wands, that's a bit cool. The Queen of Swords. I would like to give these characters some food. They look like they need a teensy bit of fattening up. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles has a good amount of colour in it. The Two of Pentacles is beautiful. I think the Two of Pentacles is beautiful. Four of Pentacles is gorge. The Five of Pentacles. I like the Five. The Rotten Apple. I love that. I love that. Oh. That's my third. Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. Let's show you them both because they're the last two cards in my hand. Isn't this a beautiful deck? Alright, so this is a sassy, saucy, sexy deck, right? So I think if you're doing readings that are like a little bit sassy, saucy and sexy, this would be a great deck. I think it's an all-round reader, don't get me wrong. I would personally be distracted by using this deck as my all-rounder because of the imagery, the sexiness of the imagery. I think it could be a perfectly attuned deck to that sexy, saucy, love, relationship-oriented, something. I think for, you know, for the young and the young at heart, this would be a beautiful deck to use as well. I think coupled with some oracle cards, hang on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Why not? Let's do this. Let me just go right in the middle of the deck and find a card. Oh, look. It's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands with, let's just say, I'm just going to grab my Sacred Rebels here and I'm just going to reach right in the middle. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That gorgeous energy, nice up close. So beautiful. It would work well alongside the Sacred Rebels. It would work well, I think, alongside, of course, soul cards. God, soul cards. Look at that. Soul cards just looks beautiful alongside any deck, really, because soul cards is stunning. What about the Wisdom Keepers? Actually looks good. It actually looks good alongside the Wisdom Keeper. I'm liking this deck. I'm really liking this deck. I've got to say, it is what I expected, and it's not what I expected. I find the imagery beautiful. I'm not disappointed with the art style at all. I find the cardstock to be very, very good. I find the splashes of colour, the choice of black and white, the choice of colour infusion, etc. I find that to be really, really capturing, really evocative. I find the way that they've depicted certain cards to be really ingenious. I find that they've just taken a little inspiration from the Wild Unknown, and they've taken beyond that. You know, at first when I initially saw this deck, I actually thought, is this meant to be a sort of Wild Unknown ripoff? But it's not. It doesn't feel Wild Unknown to me. It feels more fluid than the Wild Unknown. This feels more water, whereas the Wild Unknown feels more air to me. So elementally speaking, it feels different. And I probably should have put my phone on silent before I did this, but I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it. So, beautiful deck. I'm not disappointed. I will say this though, it's a bit beautiful. I mean, it's a bit beautiful. It's a bit beautiful people. It's a bit Vogue people, you know. Although there's been a take on ethnicity, there's some, look at this King of Pentacles. He's a dashing older man there, but there I find that there seems to be more realism, more sturdiness, more steadiness in the men in the Pentacles, the suit of Pentacles, than there are in the other suits. I find the Queen of Pentacles both beautiful but very cold at the same time, so she's giving me a little airy energy. I love the Maiden of Pentacles. The Magician is just, oh, stunning. Hierophant card, one of the best. One of the best. One of the best I have seen. And there's some really standout cards, like Death is just absolutely stunning. You know, the Sun, like we said, Sun and the Moon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be a really great deck to work with. If you have the Wild Unknown, for example, and you're interested in that kind of a deck, and I find that these are in very similar leagues. They're not the same deck by any stretch of the imagination, but they are in similar leagues. The Wild Unknown can be a little harder to approach than this will undoubtedly be. This is much more pictorial, it's much more evocative, the imagery speaks for itself. You could read it intuitively and oracular style. Yep, you could, coupling it, using dice with it, using pendulum with it. This feels like the kind of deck that you could use, like, Sozzy guys, that you could use a beautiful obsidian ball, like, oh, look at that. I think it wants obsidian. I think it wants to work with obsidian, or maybe this gorgeous little geode. Oh, look at that geode coupling. No, it doesn't look good with the geode. I think this might like a little bit of labradorite. Oh, it does like labradorite, but I can't use this. Oh, I need another piece of labradorite now. Oh, it really likes it. It really likes labradorite. How's about that? Now I need another piece because I don't have one. I've got this nifty stone that was gifted to me by KP as well. It likes that too. I don't actually know what this stone is. I think it likes labradorite better though. If it likes labradorite, then I simply must indulge it. I have bought crystals for my tarot decks specifically because I feel that that's what's called for. So it stands to reason that I indulge in some new piece of, in a new piece of labradorite for this particularly gorgeous deck. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at the book. Representations, the shadow, little self-empowerment business there, major arcana, a little look at pentacles, new moon and full moon insights, beautiful, tarot journal, a card a day, don't like card a day, chakra spreads, manifestation spread, abundance spread. I like it. So it's a cute little book, it's a good little book, it's a sturdy little book, that's what you need. I like a good resource, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this one. I've got to say. I'm so excited to be working with it. I think this is going to be a great time. I think as we approach Yule, I'll probably reach for this a little bit more because it's got a little bit of a darker energy. Not as dark as, say, my Marielle and other decks that are not coming to mind at the moment. I'm looking at the Deviant Moon, but I feel sort of half and half about the Deviant Moon because, let's face it, the Deviant Moon is not creepy to me. It's not a dark deck to me. I mean, it's darker than some of my, let's say, Paulina Cassidy or the Crystal Visions or, you know, something that's lighter in theme, the Tarot Muka or something like that. But I think it's a steady middle range deck. I don't think it's dark like the Tarot of Vampires by Ian Daniels or, let's say, I can't think. Nothing's coming to mind. But there you go. Lumina Tarot unboxing. First impressions, good. First impressions, really good. And I'm feeling like I'm gonna have some fun with this deck. So there you have it, guys. The Lumina Tarot by Inner Hue.